Yeah, like if you look at now, obviously, if we look at kind of e-commerce and websites, and I think this is an area that's slightly overlooked, and I know if that does form a huge part of what you do and the customer experience, and I think if people are selling online, whether it's a service or whether it's a product, they really, really need to have a look at the website, because your website has to be designed with your end user in mind, not with you in mind, not with what you like, what your end user likes. And I even found this at my own website when I was setting it up a few years ago. The guy working with me was absolutely brilliant. He had to remind me, this isn't for, you're not selling to you. You're selling to your end users. So what do they want? So making sure that you have your website set up at basically aimed at your target market. And of course, as part of your customer experience setup, you will know who your target market is. You will know who your client avatar is. So you need to step into their shoes, preferably working with someone external, because it becomes hard to see it when you're in the middle of it. To design your website in such a way that it is user friendly to your end user. And from an ergonomic point of view, what we want is, if you look at your homepage, it's clear, it's precise, it's concise. Someone lands on that homepage and they know exactly who you are and what you do. And don't overload it. It should be very, very simple, very clear, concise. One page, one item, basically. Here's the homepage, here's who I am, here's what I do. Then you should have your structure. So you should have your titles, your headings, your paragraph, very, very clearly structured to make it easy to read. It's not easy to read. Your target is not going to read it. They're going to, if it's confusing or if it doesn't make sense, they're not going to read it. So it should be really, really, and a consistency between the pages, so that, you know, they, on any page, they know that they're on your website. They know that this is Deirdre's website. I might be on a different page, but I still know she's there. Her picture might be on this page, but I still know I'm on Deirdre's website. I know this is her. And your menu should be really, really intuitive, should make sense to your user. And I think one thing that some websites miss out are the breadcrumbs. So do you know, for example, if you go on a shopping website, so pick one that shopping retailers, and you want to buy yourself a top. So you go on, you click into women, you click into clothes, you click into tops. You can see on the top of your screen, women, clothing, tops. So you can see the journey that you have taken from the homepage to where you are now, which means that equally you can find your way back quite quickly instead of having to hit back, and trying to navigate your way back to the homepage. If where you ended up is not where you wanted to be, well, then you can just follow those breadcrumbs to get yourself back to where you want to be. So having that on your website can be really, really helpful for your target market, because we want to make website navigation as easy as possible. You know this yourself, and knowing your end user, well, do you need to be optimized for laptop users? Do you need to be optimized for mobile users? Where are these people looking for you? So you can kind of optimize your site as best you can, making sure that you pick fonts that are easy to read, that you don't go for the one that looks kind of edgy and funky and cool because that's your brand. So it's no good if they can't read it, you know? So I always think of it, is it Roboto font?
So, yeah.
It's a really easy, clear, crisp font. It mightn't be your edgy, it mightn't be your style, but it's very easy for your end user to read. So a lot of considerations, and I think that's something people miss when they set up their website. And you'll know yourself from working with people, sometimes it's just because they jump into it. They go, I need a website, I need a website. And they just throw it all there and here's everything about me, but it doesn't make sense, or it loads too slowly because the graphics are too big and there's too many. And if a website's frustrating to use, people will just leave it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Consideration.
It's like you're in my brain. These are the things that I say to my clients all of the
Yeah.
time. Pardon me. One of